Imagine holding a machine that doesn't just capture a moment, but actively predicts the very physics of light and motion before you even pull the trigger. For years, the professional hybrid camera market has been dominated by a single, predictable narrative. We've been told to pick a side, either choose an absolute speed demon with lower resolution, or invest in a massive resolution beast that crawls when it comes to processing power and frame rates. Then came the original Z8 camera that shattered those boundaries and established a new baseline for what a hybrid tool could achieve. But behind strictly classified laboratory doors, a massive technological leap has just occurred. Nikon didn't just iterate on their most successful hybrid platform, they completely re-engineered how a sensor communicates with a lens. This isn't a minor refresh or routine model update. This is the definitive moment professional imaging enters a new era of computational dominance. Welcome to the era of the Nikon Z8 Mark II. If you think this is simply a repackaged original Z8 with a few minor software tweaks, you are missing the entire scope of this engineering shift. The real narrative surrounding this machine isn't about numbers on a spec sheet. It's about a radical restructuring of stacked pixel mechanics, an unprecedented integration of dual-engine processing power, and a direct, uncompromised assault on high-end cinema and action cameras alike. Today, we are stripping away the marketing fluff to expose the engineering breakthroughs, the hidden sensor data pipelines, and the exact reasons why this camera is creating a massive wave of excitement among professional creators worldwide. If you care about absolute visual perfection and the cutting edge of modern technology, you need to understand exactly what is happening inside this machine. The journey to this engineering milestone begins with solving a massive physics problem that has plagued high-performance sensors for a decade: the data readout bottleneck. When you pack a massive amount of resolution onto a full-frame stacked CMOS canvas and demand that it capture fast-moving action at blistering frame rates, the sheer volume of data creates incredible internal heat and digital noise. Nikon's engineering teams refused to compromise. The Z8 Mark II introduces a completely re-engineered, multi-layered stacked sensor architecture paired with a dual-engine processing powerhouse that operates with massive computational bandwidth. This system moves data off the sensor at speeds that make legacy cameras look archaic, completely eliminating rolling shutter distortion without requiring a mechanical shutter. When you press the shutter button, there is zero blackout, zero lag, and an instantaneous translation of reality into digital perfection. This processing muscle is the foundation for an incredible breakthrough in real-time subject tracking and predictive autofocus. The Z8 Mark II utilizes an advanced, deep learning neural network trained on millions of diverse photographic and cinematic profiles. It doesn't just recognize basic shapes or search for an eye. It understands human anatomy, structural movement, and chaotic subject behavior in real time. If a sports photographer is tracking an athlete cutting through a chaotic, fast-moving crowd under harsh stadium lights, the autofocus system locks onto the subject and refuses to let go. Ignoring distracting foreground elements completely, the system calculates focus points hundreds of times per second, ensuring that even at maximum burst rates, every single frame is critically violently sharp. It feels less like operating a tool and more like an instinctive extension of